Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Friday, October 17th. Somewhat of a mixed trade in the overnight session. We got the wheat market up around 2 cents, the corn market steady, the bean market on both sides of unchanged. The last I saw was down maybe in the neighborhood of around 2 to 3 cents. The meal market up around 50 cents to down 50 cents, and the soybean oil market down around 15 points. In the overnight trade, we did make new highs for the move in the wheat and in the soybean meal. Corn and beans are near their highs for the move, and the soybean oil has been basically range bound and kind of unchanged, like I said, in the overnight session. We have been in a little bit of a bounce here of late over the past 2 weeks or so. For the week so far, we're up roughly around 40 cents in the wheat market. We're up around 25 cents in the corn. We're up around 45 cents in soybeans, up around $25 in the meal, but the oil has been struggling and it's kind of down around 10-15 points. Later on this afternoon, later on this morning, we'll get our weekly sales coming on out. The trade will go and see where those numbers are in relationship to the fact that we have been on a rally in price. Will the importer want to go and pay up for prices in somewhat of a still non-bullish environment, we believe, and/or versus foreign competition, which still remains cheaper than us. So those will be out a little bit later on this morning. I want to point on out, I think that there were 3 reasons why we've been on this bounce in the marketplace. Part of it has been quality issues around the world for wheat. There was some surmise that maybe Brazil was snooping around for some wheat out of the U.S. yesterday, aiding wheat prices there in conjunction with the fact that we have sizable net shorts in the wheat market. Another factor has been technical. We've been on a large break in prices since April, May, and getting a little bit of a rebound here of late. And the third one has been what we kind of believe has been somewhat of the stalwart of the oilseed complex. The lack of bean supplies, the need of movement, and/or the crushing margins remaining quite strong. I want to point out that last night we saw the rest of the meal registrations get canceled that were put out for the September contract, October contract, and then we also saw some declines in the soybean oil registrations. But other than that, we will also have Informa come out later on this morning, and they're going to come out with their new crop acreage ideas. Ideas are for the trade to go and see somewhat smaller corn acreage and larger bean acreage than what we saw this past season. As we go into the close, we'll be looking at harvest activity as far as what type of hedging orders come into the marketplace. Weather does look quite conducive going forward in here. We have been slow with our farmer sales and our harvest activity. We'll see what type of selling comes into the close in that venue. Then after the close, we'll get our weekly commitment of traders report, at which time we still believe the funds have sizable net short positions in the wheat market, like we mentioned. They are modest net longs in the corn and in the soybean meal, and modest net shorts in the soybean oil and soybeans. So putting this all together with harvest in front of us and still looking at supply and demand tables going currently and forward, the bounce that we're seeing, we still think we're in a non-bullish environment, and all we really need to go and have with our carry-out numbers and/or harvest activity in front of us, a little bit of farmer selling to once again back the markets off and really see no sustained rally other than what we've been seeing here of late, somewhat more of a technical bounce. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.